In this video, we're going to be taking a look on pages PowerPoint 12 and 13, in which we're going to apply a design theme. After watching this video, you should be able to modify the design theme. PowerPoint provides many design themes to help you quickly create a professional and contemporary looking presentation. A theme includes a set of 12 coordinated colors for text, fill, line, and shadow called theme colors, a set of fonts for titles and other text called theme fonts, and a set of effects for lines and fills called theme effects to create a cohesive look. Each theme has at least 4 custom coordinated variants that provide you with additional color options. In most cases, you would apply one theme to an entire presentation. You can, however, apply multiple themes to the same presentation, or even a different theme on each presentation slide. You can use a design theme as is, or you can alter individual elements of the theme as needed. Unless you need to use a specific design theme, such as a company theme or a product design theme, it's faster and easier to use one of the themes supplied with PowerPoint. If you design a custom theme, you can save it to use in the future. On page PowerPoint 12, let's now take a look on Step 1. And Step 1 tells us that we want to click the Slide 1 thumbnail in the Thumbnails pane. And this will switch us to Slide 1. Next, it tells us that we want to click on the Design tab on the ribbon. And then we want to point to the faucet theme. And that is this one right here. Once we point to it on there, we notice that we see a live preview of the faucet theme is displayed on the selected slide. Now, a live preview allows you to see how your changes affect the slides before actually making the change. The live preview lasts for about a minute, and then your slide reverts back to its original state. The first far left theme thumbnail identifies the current theme applied to your presentation. In this case, the default design theme called the Office theme is what we're currently on. Depending on your monitor resolution and screen size, you can set between 4 and 21 design themes in your theme group. In Step 3, it tells us to slowly move your mouse pointer over the other design themes, and then we ultimately want to click on the Themes group down scroll arrow. So notice that it did disappear there after about a minute. And then of course we're going to go through some of these and take a look and say, here's the live preview for these different ones as we get here. But then we want to end up at this button right here, which is the More button. We want to click on this More, and we now notice that we have our different Office themes that are here as well. And of course, a live preview of the theme appears on the slide each time you pass your pointer over a theme thumbnail, and a screen tip identifies the theme name, which we see in this case where my mouse pointer is at. If we place it on this one right here, it tells us that that is the circuit. And it tells us that we want to move our mouse pointer over the design themes, and ultimately we want to end up at the Wisp theme. And of course these should be ultimately on there. Most of them are generally alphabetical. And of course if you don't have the Wisp theme that's on there, you need to choose one that is pretty close to it. So we can take a look on here. Here we have the Office theme, there's the faucet, and we can just go through these and take a look at the different names that we do have. Of course there's the Organic, Retrospect, there's Slice, and here's the Wisp on there. Sometimes they do have these things alphabetically. Other times you do have to go through and just sort through these. But we do want to click on this one right here. So if we count it over, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is the 9th row in the first column, or the 9th column in the first row, excuse me, on there. But we want to click on this, and when we click on that, the Wisp design theme is applied to all slides in the presentation. And notice the new slide background color, graphic elements, fonts, and text color. Now we decide that this theme isn't right for our presentation. So we're going to go back on step 5 and click on the More button. And we'll go back to the Themes Gallery window where it will open up. And at the top of the gallery window, we'll notice that in this presentation on here, we're going to notice the current theme applied to this presentation, which we see the WISP theme. And of course, it's listed here because when you change the theme in the last step, you replace the default theme with the WISP theme. Now the Office selection identifies all 21 of the standard themes that come with PowerPoint. And of course you can download other themes as well. And of course a quick tip, one way to apply multiple themes to the same presentation is to click the Slide Sorter button on the status bar and select a slide or a group of slides, and then you select your theme. Next, on step 6, it tells us that we want to right-click the organic theme in the Office selection. So we're going to go here, and of course if we count over, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the 6th column in the first row. And it tells us that we want to right-click on here, and of course this brings up a little pop-up menu or a shortcut menu, and it tells us that we can either apply to all slides, apply to selected slides, set as our default theme, or we can add gallery to quick access toolbar. And in this case, we want to click on apply to selected slides. And when we click on that, we now notice that the organic theme is applied only to slide 1. And we take a look at this, and we end up liking the organic theme better and decide that we're going to apply it to the rest of the slides. So we go back up here to the organic theme, and we can right click on this, and then we want to go ahead, and this is step 7, we right click on it, and then we want to apply to all slides. Now the organic theme is applied to all 3 slides, and we can preview the next slides in the presentation to see how it looks. And to do this, we go down to step 8. And at step 8, it tells us that we can click the Next Slide button at the bottom of the vertical scroll bar. And of course over here on the right hand side is our vertical scroll bar, and down here we have our Next Slide button. When we click on that, here's our next slide. And then of course we can click on it again, and that shows us our last slide that is on there. On step 9, it tells us that we can click the previous slide button on there, and we can go back up toward our top as well. Then we want to make sure that we go ahead and save our changes. And then we can take a look on page PowerPoint 13, which talks about customizing themes. And it tells us that you are not limited to using the standard themes in PowerPoint and that they provide you. You can also modify a theme to create your own custom theme. For example, you might want to incorporate your school's or company colors on the slide background of the presentation, or be able to type using fonts your company uses for brand recognition. To change an existing theme, you can click on the View tab on the ribbon, and then click on one of the Master buttons in the Master Views group. Then you can click the Theme Colors button, the Theme Fonts button, or the Theme Effects button in the background group to make changes to the theme. Then save this new theme for future use by clicking the Themes button in the Edit Themes group, and then click the Save Current Theme. You also have the ability to create a new font theme or color theme from scratch by clicking the Theme Fonts button or the Themes Color button, and then clicking the Customize Fonts or Customize Colors. You work in the Create New Theme Fonts or Create New Theme Colors dialog box to define the custom theme fonts and colors. And that concludes the information that's on pages PowerPoint 12 and 13. In our next video, we're going to be comparing the different presentation views.